Hey, all! Here we are. We are driving through George Air Force Base.
In case you missed it, we did release a full episode exploring George Air Force Base, so feel free to check that out. But for now, we're driving through to kind of show you the general area of what we explored that day.
Right. This is a 360-degree shot, which is pretty cool. So you can click on the screen or tilt your phone, and you can look in any direction you want. And I'd highly recommend you look around because this is a huge area, and there's just so much to see in every direction. Abandoned buildings galore.
It was massive. I kept feeling like we were in the apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
And we didn't see anyone else for quite a while. Eventually, we did see another car or two driving through, but overall, it was population zero at George Air Force Base that day.
Which, naturally, why would there be anybody there? These are all abandoned buildings in the middle of the desert, basically.
So you can see there's a water tower over to the right. We did get more of a close-up on that in the full episode. Overall, we drove through the streets and we saw a hospital, we saw apartment buildings, we saw houses.
We just passed the hospital on the right there. It's behind us now.
And even with all that we saw and all that we're driving through right now, we still did not see the full scope.
Oh, not even close.
I kept expecting someone to come out. We didn't stop at the stop signs or anything like that,
Right.
Which felt very, very strange to drive through something like this. You can see it's like, oh, this looks like a normal neighborhood. But it's not. It's now just this vacant property with no windows. We didn't see any glass except for shattered glass.
Yeah.
But it was very, very spooky. I'm kind of glad that we didn't go at night because I feel like it was already a little scary during the day.
Right. And these are all basically abandoned homes, like cookie cutter homes that are not used anymore. And these are single level. And then later on, there's some double level units that we drive past. And again, in the full episode, we go inside and explore those.
I believed this whole area has been shuttered since 1992. So you can imagine in the decades since, just the decay and the ruins, and obviously people kind of coming in and doing, vandalism and paintballing and things like that. But I really would have liked to have seen it maybe just 5 years after it closed down completely. How that would have looked, and everything probably still would have been intact for the most part.
Yeah. You can see some of the duplexes coming up on the right here.
And if you notice, you haven't seen one living creature yet.
Right.
Nothing's even run across the street. We haven't seen a person.
Except
Nothing.
the trees, and they're barely alive.
Yeah, they need some help.
Yeah. I think we're coming to the edge, the northern edge of the property here. And this is a huge area. It's more than 5,300 acres.
Oh, we're turning around here.
Yep,
We're turning around.
Turning around, and I think we're going to go down a different path here.
The street signs are still up. So if you guys are able to drive through this area, it might be fun to kind of do some research and see maybe what the houses would have looked like on that particular street if you just go on Google. Because I believe you can still find some images from when the houses were intact. And yeah, we try to go through all the different types of area when we explored, so you could kind of see a little bit of everything. But like Drew said, it's all very uniform.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to do, or what a fun idea would be, is if you were shooting a film that's like takes place in somebody's apartment in several different time periods, you could shoot it here because some of the buildings are less decayed than others. And then you could have varying states of decay of what looks to be the same apartment, even though it's several different apartments in varying states of decay, because they're all so cookie cutter,
Well, maybe we'll have to go back.
Let's do that. Let's
to
work that
someone.
out.
We also saw a lot of car garages, but no cars.
Like carports. And
This is, I feel like we were
I don't think-
turned back around toward the hospital. Oh, there's a car over there at the left.
Oh my gosh.
If you guys saw it, if you didn't see it, flip your camera on.
Fellow explorers, perhaps?
Yeah. There were other people out there.
But all these duplexes, as far as I can tell, are identical.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the decay.
We can't say for sure that if you come visit, you're not going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, that they do have a patrol officer or two roaming the area once in a while. So just if you do plan to see it for yourself, just please take note of that and be careful and don't do anything dangerous.
It is technically a no trespassing area, but they tend to leave the gates open, and they don't patrol that often.
And it's so large. It's
Yeah.
just such a large area. You can see we've been driving around for almost 10 minutes now, and we still haven't seen everything.
Yeah. It would be hard to patrol an area this size with a very limited staff. So anyways, we cannot recommend that you go see this place. But if you do, please be careful. Okay, now we're heading back towards the hospital.
Yeah, I think this is...
And you can see the water
Yeah,
tower
on
again
the
in the
left.
distance. So pretty cool. 250 buildings, more than 250 abandoned buildings here.
We
to
didn't go
explore.
on the other side. This was just, I believe, the one side, right? Because when we came in, we didn't go near
If you,
the left.
Yeah, if you wanted to see all the buildings, it would take you probably a week or more to see everything. So,
Well, I mean, the area covered over 5,000 acres, so that's quite
Yeah.
a bit.
yeah, we went in a handful of the buildings, including the hospital. Hospital was the coolest part.
Yeah, there was some interesting looking operation equipment
Mhm.
in that hospital.
Totally. It's coming up here. I think we'll make a left turn here. All the streets are named after U.S. states, I believe. But a lot of the street signs have been taken down. There's still a few left, like Carolina and Dakota and Nevada and all these. So here's the hospital up here on the left.
We even saw the remnants of a country club dash golf course,
Yeah.
which we feature in our episode. We don't drive through that, but that is, I think, more behind the hospital.
Yeah. So we might see the edge of it here as we drive around. But yeah, we don't drive up to it. But that was pretty cool. Bethany found a little golf tee. And we were looking for a golf club and golf ball so we could do maybe a round of 9. But alas.
Oh, and there's another car over here, too.
Oh, yeah. Those guys. So this is the hospital on the right. It's a pretty large building, 2-story building. So we didn't even see all of what was inside the hospital.
There were a couple of buildings that we didn't go into that they just looked too treacherous.
Yeah.
They weren't, I think, yeah, this is the hospital over here.
So that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching.
We're parking.
Yeah.
So thanks for driving through the George Air Force Base with us on this 360 video, and please check out our full episode, and don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us on Instagram.